New revelations by Edward Snowden have revealed that the United States has been spying on the last two prime ministers and most likely is now spying on Bibi Netanyahu. This all while they've been holding Jonathan Pollard for years and years, over 20 years now, and it is time that Israel enforces its laws and executes arrests immediately on targets that are now spying on Bibi Netanyahu. We know it's happening with all the peace deals and other international deals going on with Israel right now. But rather than arrests and enforcing the law, here is Bibi Netanyahu's attitude.
Benjamin Netanyahu opened his weekly cabinet meeting this morning by rejecting any comparison between these new leaks and the Pollard case.
That's right. In the Pollard case, it was a low-level spying on a military naval target. Here, you're targeting all the prime ministers of Israel and its leadership.
Netanyahu said Israel doesn't need a special occasion to spur him to action to free Pollard. We are constantly working on the matter, including with President Obama, Netanyahu said.
Bibi Netanyahu and Obama have both been leaders since 2008. That's 5 years. The United States has been spying on Israel since 2007. The last time Obama was here, they practically begged him to release Pollard.
We are hoping that circumstances will emerge soon that will allow for Jonathan's release. While Netanyahu was downplaying the revelations of the latest leaks, other ministers were harshly critical, saying spying on Israeli leaders was not acceptable.
Those other leaders critical of the government. It's part of the game, part of the Freemason game. They all criticize each other, use the most vociferous words, and then when it's their turn in office, they do the exact same things while the others criticize. It's just a musical chairs. Listen to how seriously the security services takes this matter, at least the former security service head.
Because every empire makes its utmost in order to, in a way, spy or get information, even on a friendly state. I hope that they didn't find too much.
Snowden is not just an American hero, he's an Israeli hero, and he's a global hero. And I demand, and everybody in Israel should demand, that Snowden be granted asylum in Israel. Just look at the CNN news report being perpetrated against Snowden and our freedoms.
Not even in the same stratosphere of disclosures as what we're talking about with Snowden. They take them very seriously. Serious criminal charges can often follow suit. And so when you look at what the precedent is that this would set for Snowden, if he were to be given amnesty in this one context, it would invite, I think, in my mind at least, people to do similar things in the future. Now, are there going to be a lot of people that want to go to China and then Russia and risk the ire of the US government? It's not going to be an everyday kind of a thing, but it does set something up that I think in the future could be problematic for other espionage prosecutions. Is anybody who comes up with documents that could be extra-constitutional or unconstitutional, do they then get to say, well, I didn't violate federal law? He's clearly violated the law, so it's a question of whether or not we decide to overlook it.
But you know, he's the functional equivalent in the intelligence community of a mass murderer in terms of criminal law. And I say that because the amount of information that he has allegedly disclosed,
1.7 million documents.
It could make him the greatest traitor to the United States in American history, depending upon what's there. NSA is certainly saying he has the ability to compromise intelligence gathering operations all over the world. So do you want to make a deal with him, give him a slap on the wrist and bring him back? It's a really, really hard decision.
Let's look at who Paul Callan is. This is his website. He's a lawyer, Callan, Koster, Brady, and Brennan. If anybody is with this law office, they should immediately leave based upon his violation and his words against the United States Constitution. Here is his face, Paul Callan. Here's his telephone number, 212-248-8800. Everybody should call him and voice their freedom of speech and call him what he has called Snowden, which is a mass murderer, okay? Under the same legal logic that he applied to Snowden for violating the law. He is a mass murderer for denigrating the Constitution of the United States of America, which gives a reasonable semblance of privacy. His email is pcallan at ckbblaw.com. You should all send him an email. You should all call his office. And if you want to take me to court for slander, come on, baby, the water is warm, okay? Because I know you guys are part of secret societies, right? Part of a Freemason enterprise, and this constitutes a conspiracy against democracy, a conspiracy against the Constitution, and I would be more than happy to demonstrate the conspiracy before a court of law, okay? So if you think you've been slandered, the courts are open. Bring it on. It is time that Israel re-examines its relationship with the United States. The people of the United States and the Congress of the United States have been the best friends of Israel. The succeeding administrations, including this current administration, have been very negative against Israel, forcing her to give up her water, chemtrailing the skies, preventing her from stopping Iran's nuclear weapons capacity. The list goes on, and the solution is the re-established Kingdom of David. This will change the world.